What's happening? What's happening? Forgive me for my tardiness. I had a little emergency. I had some fatherly duties to take care of, but you already know where you at. Shout out to everybody rocking with me already. Shout out to Brian Taylor. Shout out to Cowboy Brian. Shout out to Jameson Taylor. Shout out to Samuel Rose. Shout out to Marcus Hardison. Shout out to shout out to Max Fry. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. I appreciate y'all coming through. And you already know where we at, man. You know what we make them haters do. You already know you already know what it do. Let's go. We make them haters hate. Let's get it. Yeah. Hey, y'all please hit the like and share button for your boy. Let's get this trap around the corner, y'all. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah. We in here. Let's get it. Just let them hate. Hey. You already know where you at now. Them haters try to suppress our success. We ain't gonna let them get us though. You already know that. Let's get it. Hey. Let's go. Let's hit that like and share button. Let's get this trap around the corner, y'all. Let's get it. Yeah. Shout out to all my people rocking with me on Facebook, YouTube, everywhere. It is greatly appreciated. We in the building. Yes, sir. Shout out to Peter Rizzo on Facebook. Shout out to Jonathan Taylor on Facebook. I appreciate y'all pulling up. Let's get it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's get it. Shout out to Nisa in the building. Shout out to Chucky Keys. Shout out to Jose. Let's get it. Shout out to Scotty Kelly in the building. Shout out to Sugar Daddy Williams. You know we trapping. Shout out to Max Fry. You already know what's happening. We trapping. We trapping on the Thursday. Let's get it. Let's get this trap around the corner, y'all. Let's go. Hey, y'all already know where you at. You already know that. We in the trend out today. You know what I'm saying? And we in the building, man. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Thanks for pulling up, stopping by. You already know where we at in the trend out. What's going on with y'all, man? How y'all doing on this Thursday? Hey, I just seen them sign from the sideline, boy. Good grief. And shout out to Captain Taki, I believe his name was. He hit me in the comments and said, "Landlord, at the end of the sign from the sideline, somebody said trap takeover. Don't tell me they trapping out there in the stadium. Don't tell me they trapping in the stadium. Don't tell me somebody in that locker room is tuning in to the trap now. Don't tell me that. Don't you tell me that now. Don't you tell me that now. Don't tell me that our message is getting out here to the real people now. Don't tell me that, because I be going crazy in here. But maybe it's a coincidence, you know. Who knows? But somebody literally said at the end of the sign from the sideline, somebody said trap takeover, y'all. Somebody said trap takeover. Maybe they trapping with us, maybe they not. We'll never know. You know, the world may never know. But I love what I seen from my boys in that sign from the sideline, man. Did y'all see Izzy at the beginning of the sign from the sideline saying we the best in the world? Did y'all see Izzy saying we the best? Did y'all see that? That boy mind is different. This is peanut butter Izzy. This is peanut butter Izzy. This is Izzy that got his confidence. This is Izzy that done put on some pounds of muscle. This is Izzy that want the smoke. And man, I think Dan Quinn been holding back. I think he got a secret weapon on his hands, y'all. Real talk. I think Dan Quinn been having some tricks up his sleeve, y'all. But then, now let's go to Zach Martin. Did y'all hear Zach Martin say what Landlord been saying all week? Zach Martin said we gotta believe. I'm telling y'all, belief is a powerful thing. It's a powerful tool. You gotta believe in yourself. Shout out to Cowboy Brian with the $10 super chat already. He cranking it up. Appreciate you, sir. He says, I like everybody not giving us a chance. Go ahead and piss us off like last week. Absolutely, sir. We demand our respect. They gonna respect us. They gonna respect us. We demand our respect because they playing with us. They don't know what they got coming. They finna run head first to a buzzsaw, Mr. Cowboy Brian. I promise you that. They laughed at us last week, didn't it? Don't trust them boys. You had your own narrative about your football team in your head. Listen to your people like us that's doing the real research. We ain't getting paid to say controversial things. We getting paid by y'all from telling the truth. And if it's something concerning, I'ma let you know too, sir. That's a promise. Shout out to Eternal Dynasty with the $4.99. Appreciate you, sir. He says, I noticed the Cowboys wasn't too high on that win and didn't look satisfied. These boys are still hungry. That was absolutely what I seen too. Did you see our young man, Mr. Tony Pollard, said, hey, I ain't satisfied. TP said, this ain't enough. 25 points ain't enough for me. That's what TP said. He said that ain't gonna get it. He said, I want the ball back again. Shout out to Leo, the Hoodlum in the building, Tyrone Gilliard, Michael Lockhart, C. Burleson, we in here today. Shout out to James Simmons, Lord Juno, we in here. What's happening? Good grief. Shout out to NFL News and Simulation with the $20 super chat. I appreciate you, sir. He says, two revenge games in a row plus a tiebreaker and then a 92-93 rematch against the Bills in the Super Bowl. Can't get any better than that. You can't get no better than that. You ain't got to worry about your team being motivated this week. You ain't got to worry about your team being motivated when we advance to next week. These are some things you will not have to worry about. That's a promise. These boys getting up for this. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to worry about us laying the egg. If we lose this game, we just win a better team than we thought we was. Because this ain't going to be us slipping. We're not going to be coming with our F game like Chris Broussard said, with all that hostility and hubris in his voice. Did y'all see that, I shared with y'all, that short? That boy, Chris Broussard, was speaking with so much hubris, man. Where he get all that from? It's crazy and strange that they don't have all this confidence and all this passion when they talk about these other football teams. They got all the hostility. They got all the hubris in their chest and in their voice. They coming swole-chested when they talk about our Cowboys. That's what I don't like and I don't understand, because you want to know why? Because Cowboys pay the bills. These boys wouldn't be nothing without us. They hate us because they ain't us. But I appreciate that $20 super chat, Mr. NFL News and Simulations. I appreciate that, sir. Thank you. Shout out to Dax Lord. He says, met you in Nashville when we parked. We turned up. Hey, yes, sir. Shout out to you, sir. Shout out to you, sir. That's what's happening. Okay, I know who you is now, Dax. That's what's up, man. Nice to meet you, too, man. We had a great time. That's what's up, man. Straight up. Shout out to you, sir. But, man, what's so crazy is these people don't give us a chance. They think we're a joke. I love it. I love every single second of it. Because this football team is absolutely sick of everybody talking all this foolishness, y'all. They sick of it. I want you to know that they sick of it. Yeah, they are absolutely sick of it. But, man, let me finish up with the sound from the sideline. Okay, did you hear Zach Martin say we got to believe? That's what I've been telling y'all. You got to believe in every single play, every single step of the way. Izzy got full confidence. He's been a loaded clip that Dan Quinn been holding back. You know, he's been real nefarious, y'all. Dan Quinn has been nefarious. He didn't show nobody none of his hands. He playing poker. They thought we was playing chess, but Dan Quinn playing poker over here, y'all. He playing poker. He's not going to show you nothing. And I love it. I love it. Shout out to Carl Maine in the building. Shout out to Wayne Brown in the building. Shout out to Bruce got the toxic juice in the building. What's happening with y'all? You know we trapping on a Thursday. We trapping on a Thursday. Hey, we ain't trapping on a Thursday. Y'all know Landlord can actually pronounce these words. You know, I just like to speak like that. You know, I'm comfortable like that. I'm a Southern boy. I can't help it. I can't help it. If Landlord was in court, I'd be a whole different way the way I'm speaking. How you doing, sir? I'll be Landlord from Connecticut then, you know what I'm saying? Unfortunately. But yeah, the sound from the sideline was different, y'all. I love the leadership that I'm seeing developing from CD Lamb. Shout out to him. Shout out to Joe Gomez in the building. How you doing? How you doing? CD said, hey, we got you, bro. And like I was kind of 50-50 on how CD was talking to Brett Maher because I felt like somebody needed to hold him accountable. But when CD put it the way he put it, he is absolutely right. So I gotta fall back on that. CD said, you been bailing us out all year. That's the truth, though. Maher been money, so, give him, just like I said Trayvon did yesterday, get this young man a eyedropper full of grace. Just give him a small dab of grace. Him and Trayvon Diggs on the tackling. Trayvon been outstanding on tackling all year. Maher, we have to admit, everybody knows this. This is no lie. He has been absolutely sensational all year, y'all. We got to give him his props. So let's give him a little bit of grace. This is the playoffs, and we ain't got time to be bull-essing around. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got time to be doing that. But he has been clutch for us, so we got to give him a little grace. We rocking with our kicker, even though we brought some competition in the building. You understand? We still brought some competition in the building. But I like to hear that from CD Lamb because that's absolutely true. He said, hey, man, you been bailing us out all year. So that's them real facts right there. So shout out to CD. But, man, did you see your leader, young Ryan Dakota Prescott, over there on that sideline talking that talk, y'all?
But this the year Dakota, Ryan Prescott win us the Super Bowl. It's been too motherfucking long. We are America's team, the most watched, the most hated. Y'all don't like us, but y'all tuning in every Sunday.
You're tuning in every Sunday, and if you is, and you's a hater, you know what you is.
Trash.
You trash. But, man, Dak was talking that talk. He was walking the sidelines. He was keeping everybody focused. He was getting everybody on point, and I love every bit of it, man. That's the type of leadership that he's been showing since day one. Since he told Dez Bryant, I'm going to throw you the football if you get open. Dak been that kind of leader. He been that kind of dude ever since he came out. You know what I'm saying? Fresh out the gate. He been that type of dude, you know what I'm saying? So you got to give Dak his props. He's been an outstanding, incredible type leader since day one. He got psychology degrees. He understands the human psychology. It's a lot of stuff that's underrated about Mr. Young Ryan Dakota, and I think that's one of them. Shout out to him, straight up. But, man, let's get into these Kyle Shanahan shenanigans. I should have named that. These Shanahan shenanigans, y'all. These Shanahan shenanigans. Ain't that peculiar that I came up with that noteworthy name right now? Good grief. I could have named that on the video. Know what I'm saying? I really dropped the ball then. Shanahan shenanigans. But, man, look, we know they got some outstanding players on this football team. We do know that. So we're not here to disrespect this football team. But as I said yesterday, the main focus on this football team is their scheme. The main star on this football team is Kyle Shanahan, even though they have outstanding players. That's what makes them such a formidable team, because they have outstanding players running an outstanding scheme. That's what makes them a headache to deal with. Shout out to Queen Cowboy in the building. How you doing, man? Shout out to Lord King in the building. You know we trapping on the thuds. You know we trapping on the thuds. Yes, sir. But, yeah, man, these Shanahan shenanigans is one of the most, critical things about this game. See, one thing that he does, like I said, he does have a lot of versatile players. He plays positionless football. Shout out to Short King Slush, too, sir. How you doing? What's happening? But he does play positionless football. He puts these boys everywhere. Use check. He's a fullback, a tight end, a wide receiver. He do all kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So he's going to present some matchup problems. Shout out to Joe China on Facebook for the share. I appreciate you, sir. And he going to present a lot of challenges when it comes to this offense. Use check is one of the most underrated players on their team. Shout out to Ty Bunn in the building. What's happening? he is one of the more underrated players that you don't think about that really can hurt us. He'll be a thorn in our side if we ignore him. So do not forget, Juszczyk is one of the more important people in this game and one of the more important matchups. So one thing I see by Kyle Shanahan and his shenanigans, as I said, these Shanahan shenanigans. So they don't really do a lot in personnel. One thing I noticed on film, they have basically the same people out there, but they just miscellaneous, mix and match them. They put them all over the field. That's one thing that makes it complicated. Excuse me, y'all. My voice want to hate on me. But one of the things that make them complicated is because they use these players in a variation of different ways. Like, Juszczyk could be split out wide. He might be a tight end. He might be a fullback. Then they got Deebo Samuels. We already know he's a wide back, a running back mixed with a wide receiver. You know what I'm saying? So that's the way that Shanahan schemes up these mismatches. He puts these players out all different positions. Nobody has a position on their offense. So that's what's really concerning. We know that Deebo Samuel is a superstar in this league. We know that CMC is an outstanding player in this league. So let's take a look at their production this year. Y'all give me 1 second. I kind of like doing research on the fly so y'all can see my real reactions. I think that add a decent dynamic to the show. So y'all let me know. But I really think we know that they have some outstanding players on their football team. And they got a lot of versatility that comes with them. You know what I'm saying? So hold on. Give me 1 second. Let me look up this boy, Christian. This man named Christian. But yeah, Christian McCaffrey. We know that's Ed McCaffrey's son. Played at Denver. He's an outstanding athlete. His mama was an athlete. You know what I'm saying? He just he's built like that. He probably got the best training his whole life. He been like that his whole career. So we have to put some respect on his athleticism as a whole. He is an outstanding, dynamic, versatile player. So let's look at his stats. Let's see. Well, in San Francisco, we'll go from San Francisco because we know we beat them to sleep over there in Carolina, though, last year. But he got 159 attempts, 746 yards, 6 touchdowns, and 52 receptions. See, he's basically a wide receiver and a running back. So, and this is on limited snaps. So he's a big time production type player. But like I said, him and Deebo Samuel, let's look at his stats. Deebo Samuel's been outstanding too, even though he missed some games. Or is his name Tyshawn? Yeah, we said we're going to call this boy Tyshawn, not no Deebo. His name Tyshawn over here in the trend app. I'm sorry. His name Tyshawn. Okay. Mr. Tyshawn has 56 catches, 632 yards, 11.3 average, 57 long, and 2 touchdowns. And he has missed several games, I believe. So we know what type of challenges that Deebo presents. We already understand his capabilities. Okay, now this is another player who gets thrown under the radar. That is Mr. What's his name? I'm sorry. Good grief. What's that guy name? The other receiver. Ayuk. Yeah, Ayuk. He is a very dynamic wide receiver. And I told you, all of these players, they make they bones off of yak, and Ayuk gets overlooked because they on a team with Deebo Samuel. So a lot of people pay attention to Deebo and Christian McCaffrey, and then Ayuk just be eating up people on the low. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you got to look at these 3 players. They are very versatile, and they be all over the field. And this is how you beat this football team. And this is what causes us a lot of concern when you look at Shanahan's scheme, because he's going to put these people all over the field. Like Ayuk going to line up in the X and the Z. He might be in tight end. He might be in the backfield. Deebo Samuel be in the backfield too. So it's a lot of things that causes concern. But the biggest thing I see in this football game is we have versatile players on our defense as well. So this is a game right here. I wouldn't really want us to run too much man. I think man coverage will get you in trouble against them. I think man coverage might get you in trouble against them because the way they align their players, they want to create mismatches with you following everybody. So it might be smart for us to stay in our base defense and allow them to come to us. You know what I'm saying? I want to play some zone and make Brock Purdy throw some tight window throws. Make him read every single yard on the field and make some smart decisions and make some great throws with limited time because you know Michael Parsons is going to be breathing down his throat. So even though we know that we might want Debo and Trey matched up, they're not going to allow that. The way Kyle Shanahan runs his scheme, we're not going to be allowed to just match up with him like that, unfortunately, because he's going to move them all over the field. Like Diggs, they'll isolate Diggs and have Debo in the backfield and make Diggs just tackle. So I don't think it'll be smart for us to shadow nobody. I'm just being real. I think that's the way that a lot of teams get exposed and get in trouble against this Shanahan shenanigans. You know what I'm saying? One of the teams I seen stay disciplined against Shanahan and really caused some problems was the Saints. The Saints basically just stayed in their defense. They didn't move. They didn't take none of the eye candy that the 49ers give you. They give you a whole lot of eye candy. So you have to be sound and disciplined. So this wouldn't be a game I want to see Mr. Dan Quinn trying too many shenanigans either. You know what I'm saying? I want him to be sound, make sure these players don't be overly aggressive, do not take the eye candy, you know what I'm saying, and just play in our base defense and run some zone. That's my bet. That's what I feel like the best bet is. Because soon as you go around following these players, soon as you follow use check, who you gonna really match up with use check to begin with, to be fair? But if you following Debo with Trey, now you got him out of position. If you follow, you really don't know if you want to play LVE and Clark and Ba. Why they got Christian McCaffrey, you might have to put Dono down there to run up with Christian McCaffrey because he's quick. They gonna use him in wheel routes and stuff like that. So they scheme the way Shanahan runs his shenanigans on his scheme. He does a lot of stuff to create mismatches, and he put a lot of stress on you. So it's the same thing. Like just imagine if you got LVE locked on Christian McCaffrey in the backfield. Okay, if they flex out Christian McCaffrey and make LVE get out the box, now they might do a run with Debo Samuel coming on the jet screen and take out your 8 men out the box. Like they know how to isolate your players so they can do what they want to do. So just like I said, their biggest thing is Shanahan shenanigans, versatility, and getting our players out of position. That's the biggest thing that they do. But I have a lot of confidence in my defensive coordinator, Mr. Dan Quinn. Because, Shanahan worked up under Dan Quinn, if you didn't know, you understand? That was Shanahan, young man, you understand? Shanahan was the young man with DC, know what I'm saying? Dan Quinn had him as his junior, you know what I'm saying? He worked for him, you know what I'm saying? So do not forget that they have a relationship. They have chemistry with each other. So Dan Quinn knows Shanahan offense to a T as well. That used to be his offensive coordinator in Atlanta. So they got a little bone to pick with each other. They went their separate ways too. So, you know what I'm saying? I feel like Dan Quinn might have the edge in this situation because you seen how good we played them last year. They didn't just clown on us last year on offense. To be fair, I feel like our offense just didn't ring the bell last year, and that's probably why we lost that game. Like, the defense kind of held their own last year. So the offense came on a little too late. They came and started making some bones later on in the game. So that's what kind of messed us up, in my opinion. So I feel like Dan is going to hold them down on his defense. Now let me holler at the people in the chat for a minute. Anthony Jefferson says 49ers struggled against the Seahawks in the first half. Seahawks can't score. Absolutely. Like, I'm not looking at them as a juggernaut. Ty Bunn says, I want Izzy to start in the slot, but I wouldn't mind Curse or Debo either. See, that's what I said. Now, I just gave y'all a whole presentation almost of how versatile they is, how Shanahan and his shenanigans move these players all around in miscellaneous roles to create matchups and to isolate players who they feel like they got a weakness on. So, the biggest thing about it is the Cowboys have versatile players as well. Know what I'm saying? Even though he has all these versatile players and have all these things going for him, we got a Donovan Wilson. You know what I'm saying? We got him. We got J-Ron Curse. You know what I'm saying? We got Israel Mukuamu. You know what I'm saying? We have a lot of players with position flex as well. So that's why I feel like the Cowboys can match up with him very well, honestly. You know what I'm saying? But I think one of the keys to this football game is our three-headed monster is going to have to play football, y'all. If they have a bad game, we probably lose this game. Straight up. If our three-headed monster don't come and perform up to par, like Dono going to have to shoot them gaps, get some tackles for loss. He going to have to be shedding them blocks super quick. LVE going to have to shed them blocks super quick. But this three-headed safety, if we going to play them like this, they going to have to be some dogs against these boys because their offensive line is strong. Shout out to Max Fries with the $10 super chat. I appreciate you, sir. Appreciate that. You in the trap. You already know. He says, hey, how are you doing today, landlord? You're the best too. I appreciate that, sir. I'm feeling marvelous. My voice feel like it want to hate on me, but you know, we good today. Appreciate that super chat though. I really do. Shout out to Marquis Franklin. I don't know if I ever seen you in the trap, but welcome, sir. Welcome. You welcome. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Marcus Hardison says this will be a perfect storm, landlord. 2 teams full of flex players. Absolutely. See, the most beautiful thing about it, though, Marcus Hardison, is nobody thinks that we can match up with them, but we actually match up very well against this team, man, believe it or not. Like, that's why I said this is not the same football team of last year. Now, I spoke of versatile players, and I ain't even mentioned Micah Parsons, you understand me? I ain't even mentioned Micah Parsons. I ain't even pull him up, you know what I'm saying? So this is why I feel like you should be able to. I really want to see Sam Williams in this football game. Y'all know my boy Slam. That's my guy right there. You know what I'm saying? If you new here, I'm the one who coined Slam Williams. You know what I'm saying? After he slammed that young man in Detroit, you know what I'm saying? I need my boy Slam on that football field, Mr. Dan Quinn. I really do. Don't be playing around because now that allows Michael Parsons to be the queen on the chessboard. We need that. Shout out to Larry Lynn Sr. in the building. Shout out to Mick in the building. We in here. Cowboys 95. What's happening? But I need that position flex. I need my boy Michael Parsons wreaking havoc all over the field. I need him from the A gap, from the B gap. I might need him on the C gap, from the outside, inside, doing twists, stunts, everywhere. But the biggest thing is this football game right here, you're going to have to earn the right to pass rush because they ain't going to just be throwing the ball like that. See, they still think we the old Cowboys who can't handle the run, but like I said, this is a whole different football team. This isn't the same football team who let them run on us last year. We're not the same kind of guys. You know, it's a whole different year. I'm telling you, why not?
But this the year Dakota, Rain, Prescott win us the Super Bowl. It's been too motherfucking long. We are America's team, the most watched, the most hated. Y'all don't like us, but y'all tuning in every Sunday.
They think we
trash.
They think we trash on stopping the run, but they got a rude awakening. We got a whole bunch of people that wasn't here last year. Dante Fowler wasn't here last year. Sam Williams wasn't here last year. Jonathan Hankins wasn't here last year. And to be fair, I think we got a little better on the cornerback end by subtraction. You know, Anthony Brown has his flaws. I really like what we doing at corner right now. When we put Izzy in the slot, when we got to run Bland wasn't here. Like, it's a lot of people who it's a lot of people who different from last year. So for them to come in here thinking that we the same team, I believe that's a little irresponsible there. That's a little irresponsible there. Shout out to Mr. Max Fries with another $20 super chat. I appreciate you, sir. He says Dallas Cowboys win the game on Sunday and Dak going to have a great game and we are the underdogs. I love it. Let's shut these haters up on Sunday, Landlord. Absolutely. We finna trap them boys on out. I appreciate you, sir. Them all facts right there, man. I feel like y'all just don't know. See, this why I told y'all we needed y'all to be thinking positively. Like, we need y'all to be thinking positively. That's what I'm saying. You gotta believe. Because what I said, though, you remember I was like, a lot of people thinking like, what if Dak have a bad game? What if he throw all these interceptions? And what if they thinking all negatively? You know what Landlord said? That's why I hit a little different. I said, what if Dak Prescott come in here and play like Dak Prescott we been knowing? I said, what if Dak Prescott come in here and don't be throwing all these interceptions and actually play some football? What if Dak Prescott come in here and get surgical like he was against the Eagles? What if Dak Prescott become the Dak Prescott of norm and dissect these boys and get surgical in the building? You know what I'm saying?
You know I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake.
What if we see that Dak Prescott? See, everybody was thinking negatively, but I was thinking positively. So that's the difference. And we got the great Dak Prescott. We got the one that don't nobody want to see. You know what I'm saying? So you right, man. I'm really on them same type of vibes. Like, don't think negatively. You got a positive way to think of it too. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Mancho Boomin in the building with the $4.99. I appreciate you, sir. He says, Landlord, I keep hearing folks say whiners and yak. Ain't that dink and dunk? Didn't they crucify Dak for that? But praise Brock and Shanahan? Absolutely, sir. You already know them facts. Them facts. See, they want us to kiss their feet. They want us to bow down. They want us to bend the knee. But we ain't built like that. They don't understand what's going on. They getting all big in their britches. They feeling a lot of hubris because they got 11 wins in a row. But Dak Prescott did that as a rookie. So if you thinking we finna bow down to y'all, we don't do that over here, sir. You got a rude awakening. We are not made like that, sir. I don't know what they think going on. These 11 wins. That's why, see, I was trying to figure out why they talk with such hubris. You know what I'm saying? Why they think they so confident? Why they so swole-chested over there? See, that's what I came down to conclusion was these boys done won 11 games in a row. That's why they feel like they so superior all of a sudden. Shout out to Swain the Bad Influence in the building. Trap. These boys think they talking with such so swole chested because they won 11 games in a row. But Dak did that as a rookie. So we don't give you all that respect for that, sir. And then the teams y'all been playing, them boys has not been up to par. Y'all boys lost to the Falcons. Y'all boys struggle with the Raiders. Y'all boys I don't really understand why y'all so disrespectful. Like, they don't even respect the fact that the Cowboys is a real decent team. Like, they just look at us, they going off of these old narratives. Oh, it's the Cowboys. That's why I'm glad Micah said, oh, it's my turn next Sunday. We finna go get it. Micah said he ready. So I love the fact that they out here just disrespecting us. They just real distasteful with all of this swole-chested hubris. I think that's the greatest description for these boys. Shout out to Hen Dog in the building. What's happening, sir? So I feel like that's the greatest description for them. Swole-chested hubris 49ers fans. You know what I'm saying? These boys got a lot of hubris on them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't know. They got a whole lot of confidence in themselves. And I feel like it's fraudulent because, like I said, you won them 11 games, but the way Landlord built, I see you won 11 in a row. That just means you due for a loss, sir. That just means you due for a loss. I don't say good grief. I'm just not built like that when I look at y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all a good team, but it just grinds my gears that y'all don't look at us the same way. But you gonna learn today. You gonna learn today. Every single one of they fans just get to giggling when they talk about the Cowboys. They really think we a joke for real, y'all. I hope this gets to the locker room. I'm talking about every single 49er fan I know. They look at us like we a joke. I want you to know that. But y'all gonna learn today. Y'all gonna put some respect on our name like baby, I promise you. It's happening this time. You know what I'm saying? Like straight up. Shout out to Chris Wilson on the Facebook Groove and Peter Rizzo. What's up with y'all, man? I appreciate y'all showing love. You understand? But y'all, man, it's a lot of them haters, bro. They really don't respect us. And what's really concerning is it's not rooted in football. It's not rooted in tangible things on the field. You know what I'm saying? It's not rooted in that. It's rooted in hearsay and, you know what I'm saying, just reputation, like fake reputation and stuff. That's what I don't like. Shout out to Roy Clay in the building. He said he watching from Arkansas. What's happening? Appreciate you, sir. What's happening? Shout out to Mickey with the $5 super chat. I appreciate you, man. She says Niners in a trash division this year. The new NFC least. Absolutely. See, Mickey, you know, y'all be having me talking that talk now. I already lost my voice now. But you want me to go ahead and give it to him. I'ma just go and give it to him. Y'all boys ain't built like us. Y'all ain't battle tested like us. Y'all going off of that old narrative of the Cowboys, but we ain't that team no more. You know what I'm saying? Mike McCarthy done built this different. We got a winning culture now. We building on last year. You know what I'm saying? Y'all boys had already been there. You know what I'm saying? Y'all been there a few years, but now we got our own now. We know what we doing. We know what it takes. You know what I'm saying? Y'all boys' division has been terrible. We been in the best division in football all year. And then I know you felt like it was fraudulent, but then playoffs come around now. It's an NFC East playoff. We done took over the whole playoffs now. You know what I'm saying? Y'all boys is not built like that. I'm sick of it. Because we come in here with real football data, real football analysis, real football type stuff. But y'all just ain't even respecting us on that level. That's what grinds my gears. That's what grinds my gears. And I promise you, I told you, the good Lord got a way of humbling people who think they everything. You understand me? These boys do to be getting humble. They need a big old slice of that good old humble pie. And I'm telling you, we gonna show you what's up. Because they ain't respecting our mind, y'all. They do not respect our mind. Shout out to NFL News and Simulation with the $5 super chat. I appreciate you, sir. He says, I seen Purdy play last week. We winning for sure. Absolutely, sir. I told you, man, this boy got some freestyle in his blood, don't it? This boy got some Romo in his blood. The bad Romo, though. You know what I'm saying? This boy got some Heineke. He got some Fitztragic in his blood. And these boys thinking he that deal like that. They thinking that he him. Them boys thinking that he him-ity, like he me or something.
It's me, I'm him, I'm not them. I'm him Jones, I'm him Duncan.
They thinking this boy him Duncan or something, called, man. What they got going on, man? Shout out to y'all, though. Stick up kid. Hey, you, boy. Man, who let this dude in here? You know he trap worthy.
Trap.
This man ain't stick up kid.
Trap.
Hey. Boy, you got a trapped out name, boy. You know you welcome up in here, man. You know you welcome up in here.
Trap.
I ain't never seen you, sir. But with a name like that, you definitely nefarious, sir. You are welcome in the trap, sir. That is made, designed for the trap. Shout out to Stargazer Sports with the $10 super chat. She said, this is Star, my new channel. The fear of Dak playing bad is unwarranted. Dak has never had a bad playoff game. Even last year, it was the penalties more than anything that cost us the game. Absolutely, man. That was a great point. That's a great point. That's why I said the offense kind of laid an egg last year. And it wasn't due probably, I'm not saying that like they didn't show up, but like you said, the penalties, we had like 14 penalties. And then I feel like Kellen Moore let us down with only giving the ball to Tony Pollard 5 times. Like, that won't happen this year. We automatically a better team just by Kellen Moore utilizing Tony Pollard this time around. See, this is stuff that they don't know. This is stuff that they're not familiar with. They don't realize how much better of a team that we are with just a change of philosophy. They don't realize how much better we're going to be just by utilizing our stars, targeting our number one, Mr. Sedarian Lamb. They don't realize how much better we're going to be without leaning on the scheme, actually playing matchup football. They don't understand that. See, they thinking that it's the same thing as last year, but I'm telling you, you're in for a rude awakening, sir. We are not the same. We are not the same. And y'all boys ain't even been going through the stuff that we went through. We battle tested. We got the most wins against double-digit teams all year. We got 5 wins against double-digit win teams. Nobody else has more than 3. And then we come out of the best division in football. Most of all the rest of the people left in the NFC playoffs are NFC East teams. Can you say that about your division? And then we beat the king of y'all division last year. We beat them this year. You know what I'm saying? And we beat them when they still felt like they had a chance to be good. So this is the stuff that they don't really want to talk about. They still living off of the fake, false narrative that we gonna be the Cowboys and do some cowboy things like Stephen A. Smith always say. But that ain't gonna get it this year, sir. It's time for a change. It's a rude awakening coming right your way, sir. Okay. Shout out to Max Fries with another $10 super chat. I appreciate you, sir. He says, can't wait for the Cowboys to shut them haters up. Put some respect on Dak and Dallas Cowboys' name. Absolutely, sir. They gonna put some respect on it this time, Max Fries. That's a promise. They gonna put some respect on our name. Because I told you, they living off of stuff that ain't even real. They're not living off real, tangible football stuff. They ain't even living off analytics. You know what I'm saying? They ain't even living off analytics. They just living off of false narratives made by people like Shady McCoy and Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp, Stephen A. Smith. They living off false narratives off BSPN. But that ain't gonna get you there, sir. That ain't gonna get you there. Cause the real game is played on the football field. Between the hashes, on that green, in that turf. You know what I'm saying? That ain't gonna get you where you trying to go. They got me hyped today, y'all. Y'all forgive me. You know we trapping on the Thursday. We trapping on the Thursday. You know that. But yeah, man, it just get me a little hype, bro, because they don't respect us. You know what I'm saying? All this stuff we been doing, you know what I'm saying? We just built off a 12-5 year last year. And now they still don't respect us. We did it again. We coming to visit them this year, and they still don't respect us. They taking it light, y'all. Shout out to Max Fries for the $3 super sticker. I appreciate you, sir. But yeah, man, let me get it more into these comments. Y'all know I'm lit, man. My Cowboy finna take this over, y'all. Hey, they said it's a trap takeover on there. They said it's a trap takeover on there. I know y'all heard that. You know what I'm saying? Did y'all? If you ain't heard it, go listen to the sound from the sideline. Them boys said it's a trap takeover. At the very end, they said it's a trap takeover. Now, like I said, I'm going to say in my heart that somebody been listening to the trap. Hey, I don't care what the truth is. In my heart, I'm going to say they been listening to the trap. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said a trap takeover. So, don't leave me alone. Let me believe what I believe. You know what I'm saying? Let me believe what I believe. Somebody said it's a trap takeover. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to feel in my heart that somebody's been tuning in to Mr. Landlord from Alabama. You know who that is.
It's me, I'm him, I'm not them. I'm him Jones, I'm him Duncan.
All day long. But Yeah, Mickey said Sounds on the Sideline was beyond fire. Yeah, I love that's my favorite show on TV, man. You already know that. It ain't even on TV, and that's my favorite show on TV. Bruce got the toxic juice, said we in the trap. You already know that. It's a trap-a-thon, yeah. T Green said what it is, Landlord. Beat the 49ers. You already know that, man. It's loading. You know what I'm saying? That respect is loading. That clip is loaded, man. We sick of this nonsense. We sick of the nonsense. Because they think it's a game. We scrapped up this time. We spinning they block this time. You know what I'm saying? They came in our stadium with a boom box, moving and grooving and stuff. We coming to holler back at them. I'm sick of these guys, man. I promise. It's like we the perfect adversary, though. We the perfect rival. We the perfect op to them. Think about that. Because just as loud and crazy as we is, it seems like the 49ers the same way. We the perfect ops for them. So that's why I feel like we got to match their energy, y'all. We got to match their energy every step of the way, lockstep. You know what I'm saying? We got to come with it. When we spin they block, we got to go taking no prisoners, kicking tail and taking names. You know what I'm saying? That's how we come. That's how we come. Shout out to Max Fries with another $10 super chat. I appreciate you, sir. I really do. He says Shannon Sharp is a hater. He say what beat a bad team. Old QB can't wait to shut these haters up. Absolutely. Shout out to me having 106 people in the building. I appreciate y'all, sir. I really do. I know 100 is one of my highs, but, I appreciate y'all. So please hit that like and share button for the squad. It will not charge a card. I appreciate y'all being here with me. Rocking in the trap if you didn't know where you was. We in the trap now. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Stargazer. She said they activated Simmons and Harper. They done did what? Okay, that was a great segue because I did want to mention Dan Quinn has been real nefarious. He done had a lot of stuff, tricks up his sleeve too, y'all. Make no mistake about it. Dan Quinn has been nefarious because the way Izzy just stepped in and played football like that, man, that is not no unscripted, you know what I'm saying, some stuff that we ain't see coming. Shout out to Gina L. Chase over there on Facebook. I appreciate you, man. We don't act like we didn't see that coming. And I'm finna get to the super chat, NFL news and simulations. I appreciate you. I be forgetting my points. But I feel like Dan Quinn is being nefarious. I feel like he got tricks up his sleeve. He had Izzy in the back pocket. He had Izzy under his sleeve. Then, think about this. I think Dan Quinn, if he'd have activated Simmons and Harper, dog, I'm telling you. We've been wondering why Devin Harper wasn't getting played. He been hurt. But I feel like the players that we know that's capable that ain't been getting no run, I feel like this is the time for them to come out. I feel like you got Jabril Cox. He might get some run. He might get activated. You got it was a couple more players that Quinn Bohanna, players like that we know that's capable that ain't been getting played. I think Dan Quinn says he been experimenting. And we had Neville Gallimore and Quinn Bohanna unactivated. They was inactive last week. You know they gonna be activated this week because we need some more bulk in that middle. So I think Dan Quinn is being real nefarious. I think he got a couple of more tricks up his sleeve. Now just imagine we deploy Brillo out there and let him cover CMC or somebody because he's basically a cornerback. I'm telling y'all, bro, I think Dan Quinn got some more tricks up his sleeve. Okay, shout out to NFL News and Simulation with the $5 super chat. I appreciate you, sir. He says, damn, Max Fries, I can't keep up with you on these super chats today, but I do know Purdy don't protect the ball when he scrambles. Absolutely, like. Yeah, Max Fries is on another level, and I really appreciate him. I appreciate you too, though, sir. He says Brock Purdy don't protect the ball when he scramble. I'm telling y'all, he has a lot of hubris in his play too. And I believe that's what he living off of. That's what's making him be effective like that. Because I feel like, he's way too comfortable when he scramble because he trusts his athleticism. I think he thinks his athleticism is better than it really is. And I feel like he hasn't got his welcome to the NFL moment. And I feel like Micah Parsons is the perfect person to deliver that message. You know what I'm saying? He running around on these people who ain't even agile like that. But Micah Parsons is. You're not going to be able to just scramble around him like he ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? All that freestyle going to get you in trouble, sir. That's a promise. That's a promise. But NFL News and Simulation with another $5 super chat. He said, keep on trapping. Keep on trapping. I've been saying that all year and people call me crazy. Dan Quinn been holding out secret weapons for the playoffs. Yeah, at first it did seem a little nefarious, you know what I'm saying? But he did say he been experimenting. So you already know that, like, we thought that Nashawn Wright was finna man that cornerback too, but then he started bringing in Mullen, and then he started bringing in what's the other guy, Alexander, and he started bringing in a lot of different corners who, like, we never heard of or we never seen play. And then Nashawn didn't necessarily play bad enough to get his spot took, in my opinion. Like, when I was at that Tennessee game, Nashawn was playing good football most of the time. Like, of course he gonna get beat here and there. Every corner gets beat, but he didn't play bad enough to get his spot took. So that right there alone lets you know that Dan Quinn was, experimenting with lineups and matchups and stuff like that. But we do have an embarrassment of riches. We have a surplus of talent to the degree where Dan Quinn can just activate players, elevate players, put this person out here today, put that person out here today, sit Neville Gallimore, play Quinn Bohanna, sit Bohanna, play Oso Digizur. Like, we got a lot of depth on this football team, and that's what's gonna propel us. I feel like that's what's gonna get us to the promised land, y'all. Straight up. Shout out to Mickey with the $5 super chat. I appreciate you, ma'am. You already know what's happening. She said, Landlord, they really were saving play for the playoff. Now, seemed like Kellen Moore was too, like, just to be real. That sound crazy to be saying this stuff, but okay, look, let's think about this logically. I don't think they've been said. I don't think Kellen Moore had these plays all season and then just pulled them out for the playoffs. What I think happened, let's say this sound more logically, this sound more believable. Let's say Kellen Moore had some plays that he been working on from the beginning of the season, pulled them out like halfway through the season, and they've been practicing them through the halfway mark and then been saving them. So, it wouldn't be smart for them to bust out with these plays that they never practiced and had real reps with. You know what I'm saying? So I think at this moment in time right here, we got to realize that maybe he been having a little underhand secrets from like halfway mark of the season. Know what I'm saying? Maybe he been working on a playoff script and the players are already comfortable and familiar with it. That's possible. But I don't think he just designed these plays last week and they just started doing them. If they been holding plays, I feel like they plays that he just been masking, like, or he add different variations or different personnel groups to the plays that we already run. So I think if we gonna say that Kellen Moore's behind plays, I think it'll come from a place like I just described, other than like he just bust out with brand new, a whole different playbook. Cause you gotta practice these plays. You don't want to just every play that you run, especially in the playoffs, you gotta believe in these plays, man. I'm telling you. Shout out to Max Fries with another $5 super chat, sir. He says, keep on trapping. Just keep on trapping. He said, you're the best, and I love you guys. Keep on trapping. Let's get this win Sunday. Guys, you already know.
But this the year, Dakota, Rain, Prescott, win us the Super Bowl. It's been too motherfucking long. We are America's team. The most watched, the most hated. Y'all don't like us, but y'all tuning in every Sunday.
Every single Sunday. And if you hating on us,
You trash.
absolutely. He says another $5 super chat. He says, you're the best. You made my day. And I look forward to the Dallas Cowboys screen. Thank you, Landlord. Thank you, sir. We really appreciate you here at the trap. Thank you. Somebody said, Max, you rich, gang. Hey, straight up. Hey, Max sitting on the gold mine over there. I appreciate him, though, straight up. I'm trying to get like you, Mr. Max. Max got that money to the max, don't it? You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you, though. Y'all just don't know. We really do appreciate y'all. Let me see. Mickey says you don't just activate players in the postseason for no reason. We come into play. Absolutely. I think we got some up our sleeve. Tyrone Gilliard says Landlord is the best cooling. Appreciate you, sir. Real talk. Jose says our depth is crazy. Yes. Mike McCarthy has you gotta give Carl Main said like Max be trapping. You know he nefarious. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate you though, Max. But somebody said something. Dang. Yeah, our depth is crazy. I feel like Mike McCarthy has been like, he should get a lot of credit for that. Because think about it. Two things that you could say Mike McCarthy has been living by since he came in was he was big on winning. All he talked about was winning. And he talked about competition. And you know, competition breeds the best results. You know what I'm saying? Nobody should be comfortable on this football team. Nobody. You know what I'm saying? That might be the reason why you see a better Dak Prescott right now, because he can't be comfortable. Cooper Rush over there doing his thing, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like that is a nice point. Mike McCarthy has implemented a lot of depth and a lot of competition. Mike McCarthy is an old school coach who realizes that competition is the best thing for your football team. It brings out the best from everybody. Shout out to Max Fries with another $5 super chat. He says, you're welcome, Landlord. Keep up the good work. Keep on trapping. Keep on trapping, Landlord. I will, sir. Just keep on trapping. That's what I'm telling y'all, man. I really do want y'all to understand the importance of donations and stuff. The way I am, I really don't like to ask for nothing. You know what I'm saying? But I do want to at least explain the reasons why donations are important, because, you know, the YouTube itself doesn't really compensate us for the time and the devotion and all of this that we do for this. You know what I'm saying? So I don't just get up here talking. You might think that, it might seem that. I just got a way that I like to deliver my message. So it's a lot of research. It's a lot of time. It's a lot of stuff that's dedicated towards this. So when y'all help us out with these donations and stuff like that, it's very much so appreciated though. So I just want y'all to know that I really do appreciate it. Y'all really keep the show going. Y'all keep me doing this. Y'all keep me motivated. So shout out to y'all. Thank y'all. I really do appreciate it. But yeah, man, I really think that's the move though. Like, Mike McCarthy has made a great competitive atmosphere that's gonna propel us. Like, think about it. Jason Garrett didn't have this level of competition in his locker room like this. Shout out to Durham with the $5 super chat. I appreciate you, sir. He says, we owe Trent Williams for his trash talk after the game last year. See, this something else too. Like, that right there shows that hubris I spoke of earlier. See, Mr. Trent Williams felt like he had a good game on us last year, right? But what he don't realize is that, you know, Michael Parsons just did a world-class performance on another player who was outstanding this year. You know, the tackle from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hold on, they said he only allowed what? Let me look at that one more time, y'all. It's a stat going around. Let me see. I screenshotted it. Yeah, Tristan Wirfs, the tackle from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they said has never been beaten more than 4 times in a football game. But when he played the unicorn Micah Parsons, this man got beat 6 times yesterday. This man got beat 6 times Monday. You know what I'm saying? So, Mr. Trent Williams, this is not Micah Parsons of last year. You know what I'm saying? That's what they keep forgetting. They keep forgetting this is not the same Micah Parsons. This is year 2 Micah Parsons. Last year, you got Cub Micah Parsons. You got baby Micah Parsons. You got Lil Micah Parsons. Now, this is big Micah Hill. This is big Micah Hill. Micah told you last year that he barely even had a voice in the locker room. Now, Micah Parsons is big dog in his locker room. Now, his word means something. Now, he's standing on his word. This is a whole nother game plan now, y'all. That's what I'm telling you. Now, leadership is a funny thing. When you a leader, you can have all the leadership skills. You can have everything that you can say. You can have all the traits as a leader. But if you ain't putting that leadership to work, if it's not in motion, if you're not putting that on the field, if it's not manifesting as production, some of that leadership just don't hit the same. But when you got a leader like Micah Parsons who show it every day, and you already know that he's one of the better players in football, that makes your team believe different. It almost give you that Kobe and Mike feeling. You believe wholeheartedly in Micah Parsons that you know you got a guy that can't nobody stop. You got a guy that can't nobody match up with. And it's the same thing for Dak Prescott. When we know he got all the leadership skills in the world. But the thing about it is when he ain't playing up to par, that message don't hit the same. Did y'all notice? Man, Landlord be giving them predictions. You remember when I told y'all last a couple of screens ago, I said I needed Dak Prescott to run early. Did y'all see the sound from the sideline? Did y'all see the effect that Dak Prescott run had on that bench, y'all? Them boys got lit when they seen Dak Prescott running over people. Them boys were like, hey, that's that Mississippi State Dak right there. They said that's pre-surgery Dak. See, I want to let y'all in on a little secret. As a football player, you got to think. You want to be one of the guys. But like in the locker room, quarterbacks are treated a little differently. You know what I'm saying? Just like at practice, you can't even hit the quarterback. Everybody else get hit. You know what I'm saying? So it's a weird dynamic between quarterbacks and the rest of the team. So you gotta actually be one of them guys to get that kind of respect. You know what I'm saying? And Dak Prescott has found a way. When you see your quarterback who gets treated differently go out there and be one of the guys, go and get it out the mud, it just do something to your team. It make everybody want to go hard for it. When you see your leader who don't have to be doing this go and give that extra effort, that extra mile, that's when your team, nobody has an excuse. When you see your leader, your quarterback going out there putting his shoulder love on somebody, you think anybody else got time to be messing around, not fighting for the extra yard? That's leadership. When they seen Dak run that person over, that did something different to this football team, and that's exactly what I said last week. Put some respect on my analysis now. You know what I'm saying? I said exactly that, and the sound from the sideline showed y'all. Them boys got lit when they seen Dak make that play. Them boys were like, that's Mississippi State Dak. It's just something different about when you got a quarterback fighting for the extra mile. Like, it's a different level of respect. Football players, that's why people like D-Law, they don't even like quarterbacks. He don't like no quarterback but his own, because quarterbacks get a little different treatment. But when you it's a thin line. You got to find a way to become one of the guys. And that's where Dak Prescott degrees in psychology and stuff like that come into play. It takes a special person to become a great leader as a quarterback. That's what I'm telling y'all. Straight up. It takes a different level of player, a different level of mentality to galvanize your troops as a quarterback. Because think about it. If you over here grinding, they like, man, the quarterback don't got to do nothing. They just, you gotta have to been in the locker room to kind of understand what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to kind of understand what I'm saying. They over there getting hit. They over there getting off the ground. They over there running into each other. and you can't even touch the quarterback. So to a certain degree, even in the back of their head, they gonna have a little like, the quarterback ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? The quarterback ain't like that. But then you go out there and see Dak go and hit somebody. That make everybody get lit. That rile up the troops. That's why I want to see Dak run early. I think that just do something to my football team, y'all. Shout out to Mickey. She said we hitting different this year. Yeah, absolutely. My boy Dono been striking now. My boy Dono been striking. You know he been a headhunter. See, pause. Back in my day when I played football, we used to call them players like Dono a headhunter. He coming to take out somebody's head. That's what we used to call him, though. I don't know if that name's still valid these days, but back in my day, we called them players like that a headhunter. But, yeah, we hitting different this year. Shout out to Matt Fries. He said, preach, Mickey, landlord, facts. I appreciate you for that $2 super chat, too, sir. But, man, do y'all got anything else y'all want to ask me before I wrap this thing on up? I think this was an excellent show, if I do say so myself. We trapped. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like and share button for the squad, though. Mickey says, with the $2 super chat again, I appreciate that. She said, I've been getting up my whole life, Dak. Man, straight up, that boy told you before, pressure is a privilege, Mickey. That boy said pressure is a privilege. And I love what D-Law said, too. See, D-Law told them, boy, he said, we earn these 4 quarters. He said, we earn these 4 quarters. And he said, hey, now we got to go earn the other 4. See, them boys be talking that talk on that sound from the sideline, y'all. Y'all know I love that, man. I be feeling like I play for the Dallas Cowboys when I hear that. You already know. Shout out to Hallelujah. He said, we in the trap. We in him. We in him. Shout out to Dro China over there on Facebook showing love. I appreciate that. Shout out to Choctaw, Montana, sir. What's happening? But y'all, please hit that like button for the squad. It will not charge a card. I got 100 people in here, man. 107 people in here, man. Shout out to y'all. But please, I know y'all can get me to at least 100 likes. I don't think my show ever did that when I was still going live and then got off. Y'all help your boy out and get to 100. It could be some haters in here, you know what I'm saying? It's 107 people in here. Please get your boy to 100 likes, man. I appreciate y'all. But anybody got a quick question for your boy before I wrap it up and go on sign this thing on out? And y'all let me know, did the screen do good today? I think I might have found it because I've been tweaking with it. Did the screen mess up a lot today? Give me a 1 if the screen was okay today. Shout out to Matt Fry for another $5 super chat. I appreciate you, sir. He says, enjoying the stream. You're the best, landlord. I appreciate that, sir. Real talk. I really do. Y'all give me a 1 on the screen. Did the screen mess up? Was it a lot of buffering? Did it do fine? Because I'm telling you, I've been tweaking this. I've been tweaking this all day. I've been tweaking it. It said the screen was immaculate. Okay, that's what's up then. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. I've been tweaking stuff every day, y'all. Real talk. I've been battling with this. So I appreciate y'all. Real talk. But man, this been an excellent show. Y'all know, man. I really have fun doing this, talking to y'all, man. I really do, man. This brings joy to me too. So I hope I can put a smile on y'all face, bring y'all a little joy as I do this, man. I really do. But y'all already know why they hate us, because they ain't us, and we in the building. Let's get it. You already know we are the greatest. You know that. Let's get it. Yeah. Shout out to everybody coming through, pulling up, stopping by in the trap. Let's get it. In my hand. Yeah. Yeah.
And this is greatness defined. Every line is divine. Verses boggle your mind. And every song, man, I swear, just get better with time. No matter how much
I ain't
they
gonna
throw,
count.
I still manage to shine.
It's gonna have to be Tony J Words if we get 100.
Think about go in they house.
Being honest.
Got my pics in the shrine.
I'ma just be real.
I never let these play me. They
Let's
still
go.
ballin', now they wanna switch teams like KD.
I know my time coming, I guess I'ma wait and see.
I'm too cocky and confident
That humble ain't for me, Lord.
Help me with my egotistical ways, but I'm
Let's
amazed
go.
how they display such miserable hate. I never paid attention to what most
Cowboy.
say.
Let's get
Their
it.
words are unimportant like
Yes,
prepositional
sir.
phrase.
Aloha
They
to
see
you
me
too,
crashing,
sir.
burning
Let's
a
get it.
ridiculous blaze, but yet
Shout
I
out to
rise
John
like the
Simmons.
phoenix. Show
Let's
me
go.
'cause I'm great enough.
Yeah, I know these haters can't stand me.
Well, take a seat.
I do it for the family.
So bring the block to the ground.
Gina said the stream was nefarious. Let's go.
I just do it for the real. If you ain't from the bottom, you ain't get how I feel. To go against the odds, go hard, chase meals. Every dollar till you make it. Show them all you the greatest on the great. Young poet got flow flowing, it's mind blowing.
Let's go.
I'm flamboyant when brainstorming, it's fair warning.
Yeah.
For my opponents that will be mourning before the morning.
Shout out to Albert Johnson, Thomas A. Gary. Hey Thomas, I'ma have to get you a rinse too, bro. You been rocking for a long time. I don't know how I forgot about you. I got you though. Real talk. Appreciate you. Max Fries, you know you getting one. You won Trap of the Year 3-4 times in a row, Max Fries. Let's get it. Shout out to Asmodeus too, man. Shout out to the Bad Influence. Swing, let's go. Yeah.
I am the truth. To know that I kill it, these are God level lyrics.
I should be on Mount Olympus.
My music therapeutic to the
shout out to Jose. You been holding it down too, so I appreciate you. Let's go. I know these haters can't stand me.
We'll take a seat.
I do it for the family. Shout out to Scott Kelly. Shout out to Niece. I appreciate that. Top Talk said I'm nefarious. Let's go. Yeah. Go hard, chase meals, let the dollar see you make it, and show them all you the greatest, I'm the greatest. Hey man, you know I go by Landlord from Alabama, your plug for everything about America's team.
It's me, I'm him, I'm not them, I'm him Jones, I'm him Duncan.
You know, they know that we the best, it ain't no contest, they try to suppress our success, but nevertheless, we pass every test with flying colors like no other. You already know it, we in the trap. Landlord from Alabama, 1K, 1 love, Cowboys.